Hey, bunch of new people, yay. Hello. It's cute. Okay, well, let's get started. There's a bunch of people here and people might come in, but yeah, let's get started. So, welcome to the Harvest Bloom Mystery Quilt Salon. Um, and yeah, let's just jump into it. Okay. I'm Taylor. This is Olivia. We just like to do a little introduction. I'm Taylor. I am the owner, founder, whatever, artist of Toad and Sew and Toad Circle. And um, a little bit about me is that I currently live in Seattle, Washington with my husband and our two dogs. One of them is named Toad, hence the name Toad and Sew. Yeah, it's actually from him. And yeah, we've been living here for like 5 years. Before we moved to Seattle, we briefly lived in Houston, Texas, and then I also have lived in Richmond, Virginia, and I grew up outside Philadelphia. So if any of those locations resonate with you, then let me know. Um, yeah, I like reading. I like all genres. I read a lot of lit fic. I've been really into kind of weird, offbeat kind of horror books. I think it's just the season, so I've been reading that. Um, I do dive into romantasy a little bit, depending on what I'm feeling. I feel like I go through romantasy phases and then don't read it for like 3 months, and then when I need a palate cleanser, I come back to it. Uh, yeah, lit fiction. I like historical fiction, and I just like reading, so that's why I created this book. I mean, this is it's group, so like I said, words are hard for me today. Yeah, and this is Olivia. She is my assistant, and I'll let her take over.
Hello, I'm Olivia. I am Taylor's assistant. I have been for over 2 years
Long
now, I
time.
think. Long
I
time,
think 3 years.
basically.
I think
um,
three.
I am a quilter. I'm a self-taught quilter. Thank you to YouTube. So I don't have anyone in my family that has ever quilted before. And every day is a new learning experience for me. I feel like I do things wrong or say things wrong, and then I see someone do them and I learned. Um, so all of that to say, if you're a beginner and you feel really dumb for asking questions, please don't. This is a
Yeah.
community that is great for quilting, but literally anything. I mean, we have so many different conversations in this community. But um, I have a dog and two cats. I am in Colorado right now. I'm from Northeast Louisiana. Um, I like reading horror, sci-fi, weird books, things that like maybe you would be too scared to admit that you read because they're kind of messed up. So I like those. And
I like those
I,
anyway.
anyways, and then I play video games on my computer sometimes when I have the time. So I'm kind of nerdy. And yeah, I mostly spend my time here at my computer. I wish I had time to do other things, but here we are.
Yeah. Oh, that is a very good point, though. This group is very beginner friendly. Seriously, there are no stupid questions. When I first started quilting, like there was questions that I wanted to ask, but I was too afraid of. Like, was so confused what a scan seam allowance was for so long, or like basic things on like how to steamer properly. Yeah, so no dumb questions. Feel free to ask anything, and also no dumb questions. Like aside from quilting, just like the membership. If you have any questions on like how things work or need support in general, um, yeah, just reach out. We have a support channel, or you can email us. Um, Here to help. Okay. Little agenda today. So we have some housekeeping stuff, new member orientation. So we'll go over like how to find everything, Discord community. I'll run through like all of the channels. Um, just to kind of give you like a outline of how Discord works in a nutshell. So if you've been here forever and you just want to tune out during that, then that's totally okay. Try to go over as quickly as possible. And then we'll go over about the pattern, picking out fabric. Um, the main event of tonight is picking out fabric. So we'll be diving into that and going over everyone's mock-ups and fabric pools that they've already picked. And then do a little show and tell. Well, I guess that's part of showing everyone's fabric pools so far. And then that's pretty much it. Kind of explain the schedule after that. Okay. So main thing to talk about is the membership area has changed. Since this is a brand new membership area, it no longer has separate portals per your tier, so you don't have to go to the tadpole tier or the toaster tier or anything like that. It's all one portal, and it's in the top right corner of my website. It says member area, and that will have everything you need for the so long. It'll have the schedule, it'll have links, it'll have it'll have the Zoom schedule, past Zoom video calls if they are recorded. Not all of them are recorded, but anything that is information based or tutorial based will be recorded. Yeah, so any questions about that? You do need to be logged in to access that. So if you do not have an account with my website, then you might need to create one. And if you need help with that, please email us and we will send you a link to get that all created. Olivia, do you have anything to add to this?
Um, the only thing I would add is the if you have been here before this so long or before the new website was unveiled, you used to have an account where you would have a username and a password, and it was a password that you would have to remember and you would put in every single time. This new website and the member area, logging into it, is a type of account where you put in your email address and it's going to send you like a security code. So there are no passwords. That is totally normal. So if you
Yeah,
feel like you used to have a password and now it's not asking you for one and it feels less secure, that is totally normal. It's just the new way to log in.
yeah. And this was kind of like a forced update from Shopify. So if you don't like it, it's not really my fault. So I'm sorry.
We tried really, really
Yeah,
hard to keep the password
yeah,
situation for the longest time. And they
yeah. And
finally
I was like,
forced us to change it.
yeah. So, and then also partners and discounts. That's like a great resource to just come back to because there are obviously discounts for fabric, long arming, other things. So yeah. Okay.
I added a fancy
Did you put
video.
music to this? Did you put music to this?
No, I was listening to music when I recorded it.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's funny. I was like, I didn't know if my Spotify was playing or something back. Well, this is the fancy new video. This is your new member area. Hopefully it's a little more streamlined. Try to tighten it up a little bit, which actually, if I can pause, can I pause this or is it good night?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while we're here, this is probably a good time to bring up some things are shifting for starting January. If you just signed up and you're new here, this does not affect you at all. If you've been a member for a while, then prices are changing slightly, increasing slightly, and starting January. So just make sure you're aware that we're going to send a bunch of emails out. You will be in the know when this happens. You do not have to do anything on your end unless you want to change your tier or anything like that. Um, so the monthly rate is staying the same. So if you pay monthly right now, then that is going to stay the same. But the quarterly and the yearly and stuff will change slightly. So there's a bunch of Q&As or information down here if you have any questions. And then what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think, yeah. Go. Any questions about the member area? Well, before I move on.
The spot that she paused on the screen right now, if you are a Toadster or Toadster Plus tier, then you have access to previous so long patterns. We like to have the last three, I think, three.
So you have like a full
Um,
year kind of.
yeah, so the current one plus the last three. And then you would be able to get them by just clicking on the like Toadster members only button underneath each of these. And then it's like a free checkout on the website.
Also, if you find anything weird on my website, link doesn't work, something's not right, launching a new website, there's a lot of little things, and if I might have missed something, so please don't be shy. Tell me, I want to know it all. I'm still finding little tiny things that need to be updated, so please reach out if any links don't work or anything like that. Definitely let me know. Okay, so how the weekly updates work. So you will be getting a PDF for each week, but it's really just builds off of each other. So, oh,
Well, that's an adorable background.
thank you. I'm gonna stop sharing for 1 second. Um, oh, okay, we're good. We're good. Thought I was like getting a call or something, but I put my phone in do not disturb. So, um, okay, we're back. We're good.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So the way it works that it is one PDF that is updated on our end every single week, and you can either use on page 3. There is a link. You can click on that every single Tuesday, and it'll bring you to the new one. You can use the QR code. You can go to your portal, or you can go to the member area and click on that link there. No matter how you get to it, it's all the same link. You might have to clear your browsing history, your cookies, or your caches if you're not seeing the most updated version on Tuesday. Usually we release at 9 a.m. on Tuesday. Sometimes it's a little bit late, so give us a little grace with that. 9 a.m. Pacific time. Um, so give us a little grace, but if it's still not working, like past 10, there you probably need to clear your cookies or caches. Caches? Yeah. Yeah, so that is how you get the new pattern every week. Okay, and then we can jump in to going through Discord real quick. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. Also, FYI, this is the most information heavy base call. Most of them are more chill and laid back and stuff. So it's a lot of me talking in this call, but the ones in the future will not be so information heavy. Things are disappearing on my end. Just making sure I'm in the right role that you guys can you can't see everything. I have to double check like 10 times. I'm so scared of like the cheater club popping up. Okay, we're good. Okay, so this is Discord, and if you haven't been on it yet, then you should join. I'm assuming if you're here, you probably have logged onto it, but yeah. So the left side is all of our channels, and they are kind of separated into different sections here. And anything bold or highlighted means there is something that I haven't seen yet. I haven't clicked on it. So we have a ton of different different categories and then channels underneath them. So you can always go up to the left side where it says browse channels, and this will show you all of the channels that exist in our server. And the little check next to them means that they are populated on the left side here. So if they are not, if you can't see them on the left side, then they're probably not checked here. I have mostly everything checked. Um, you can follow all of them, you can follow some of them, up to you. So that's how you can go in and view different channels that you don't see or you see. And I think like when you first join, it doesn't have them all selected, so you might be missing some. So it's just something to keep a note on. Yeah, so we'll start with the welcome, which is just like welcome new members. See, I'm not seeing everything. I'm just gonna click everything so you guys can see. I thought there was more channels than welcome, maybe not. Yeah, welcome's when new people come. So you guys have been there, that's how you entered the chat. So you can unmute that one. That's a great one to turn off notifications for, but the notification's really only there for the first week. So to do that, you can right click and mute channel, or like turn off notifications so you don't get notified at all. And you can do this on every single one of them. So you can really tailor the notifications to what you want. You can have it so only at mentions, etc. So announcements, this is where every single week we will be sending our big announcement. Think of this as like a newsletter where we are telling you basically everything you need to know for that week, whether there's a giveaway happening, whether there's like a book vote or anything. So definitely if you put any notifications on, I think announcements is a great one to have on just so you are in the know of everything that's happening. Giveaways, that is kind of obvious. That's where we post any giveaways that are happening and the winners of them. Important links, that's where like past Zoom calls will be, any important link that you need basically, whether it's like kits, oh, I guess we have a discount kits one, but yeah, like the book vote, etc. Discounts and kits. And then supports where you can go ask us any questions, and someone will answer. That's the fastest way I would say to get help is to go into the support channel, faster than email, faster than anything else, because you have not just me and Olivia answering, you have all of the members that have been around for a while and they can help you out. Suggestion box, always taking suggestions. Like someone said, can we have a Halloween chat? Made it. Now we have a Halloween channel where we're discussing costumes. I'm throwing a murder mystery party, so discussing that, etc. So yeah, town hall. I mean, I kind of named these like cutesy, so town hall, like think about things that would be in a town hall situation. And then front porch is more like getting to know the fellow members. So introductions, um, introduce yourself and tell you where you're from. And then we do have this get roles channel. So you can, all you have to do is react to these little icons so that you can have, they'll populate on your name. So if you click on Olivia, all these little, she has a bunch of them. Is your birthday today? I thought it was tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. I don't know why it's showing that. It's tomorrow.
Okay, I was like, wait, it's your birthday? I thought tomorrow was your birthday. Okay, well, yeah, it'll have all your roles here. And then there is a couple channels that you have to opt in for, and that would be here. So if you want to be part of our rage room, where you rage about the things that we don't like about that's happening in the world. Yeah, so if you want to be part of that, then like that and automatically give you that text so you can see that. Unhinged reading room, that is for the books that Olivia was talking about, the ones that you don't necessarily want to admit you're reading. but this is a no judgment zone, so we go in judgment free here, and you have to opt into that. So if you have a similar, reading style than us, then join that. It's, some some good suggestions here. And then follow on social so you can post your uh Instagram, your whatever social media you like, and then location, which is a great way to find people that are close to you. So that's a little bit about the front porch. And then general is all of our general chats. So obviously general. But then we have toad and so patterns. So that is any pattern of mine that is not toad circle related. This is a good place that you can ask questions, share your makes and everything like that. We used to not have a past so long channel, but now we do. So like you can see the wildflower process in there. Now we have a past toad circle pattern, so you can post in that instead. Animal Friends, arguably one of the best channels we have, and that is your pets, your animals, anything basically um, feel good, And then, okay. Yeah, fabric advice. We were having a lot of questions on like what backing should I use? I don't know, anything like that. So that's just like general, like doesn't have to be toad and so related, doesn't have to be toad circle related, just need advice in general. Now that I think about it, I feel like that should just be like general quilting advice. Because like it could be like what long arming or what panther should I use, like anything. But anyways, okay, moving on to the sew alongs tab. So the sew alongs tab is each sew along we have one kind of like I don't know, group, and then there's each week has its own thread. So I'm gonna go to the last one where like week one, it's picking out fabric. Week two is cutting, everything like that. So in order to see this, like it probably won't automatically populate on the left side. You have to go in and actually click on this and make sure you're either following it, like you can hit follow, or once you click into it, it'll automatically follow, essentially. Um, but if you don't want to see Trailhead so long, like you weren't a part of it, you can hide this, you can uncheck it back up in the browse channels. Yeah, and then in the announcement channel, we'll have links to all these. So if you just go to the announcement channel and actually click on the things Olivia is linking, that'll make you automatically follow everything. Um, but yeah, that's where you discuss like your fabric pools and kind of post updates and stuff like that. Okay, book talk, that is general, but for books. So want to discuss what you're reading, want recommendations, anything that's general, book related. So long books, it's kind of the same thing that I was just talking about, where there's like one big group, but we have all of our so long reads in here, or most of them. I think we started the system like a little bit later, but once we have the final book vote for this week, then we will update and create the thread, and that's where you can talk about the so long book. And then book reviews, which is one of my favorites. It's essentially like, think about it like Goodreads or Fable or anything. You can create your own review and use these tags like what genre it is, what you rated it, spicy level, etc. And then that way, if other people have read that book, it's like a way to talk to them about it. So you can kind of start separate chats with specific books. And then we have a feel good feed. It's exactly what it says. Because we had the rage room, we needed a way to like, insert some positivity as well. Because we were like, all right, we're just raging. We need some positive energy. So that's just like wins, fun things you're doing. If you get a new sewing machine or your husband builds you a custom table, it's a great place to put the feel good. Yeah, so that's that. And then pickle support group that has been around since the second so long ever. Um, Everyone's obsessed with the color Kona pickle, and we created a pickle support group, and it's been here to stay. And it is
It's
just
much
kind of
more
like
than the Kona pickle color at this point.
now it's much more. Now we pose pickle fabric, but it's also just like I don't know, pickle related stuff. So if you like pickles, then Halloween Town, Halloween thread for the season. Yeah, we'll probably archive that after Halloween and you craft corner. So this is anything that's not quilting related. So we have a garment, sewing thread. We have just like general sewing help. If you just need help like troubleshooting your machine or like something weird's happening, you need help. Sewing recs, crocheting and knitting, gardening, stationery planners. Yeah, so pretty much anything. You can like also someone did add something. You can either add something in here or you can request us add like a new one. TV shows, yeah, it's essentially the book one, but we're gonna talk about TV shows instead. Love is Blind is our probably most active thread to exist on Toad Circle.
Yeah, this last season made me too
One of
angry to
them.
even like
I couldn't
talk
even
about
do it.
the
I
reunion that
agree.
just happened yesterday. Like, I have so many thoughts, and at this point, I'm just like, I'm ready to put it behind me.
I couldn't even talk in this chat because it was just too obscene. I couldn't pick what was worthy enough. Everything I was saying to add to it. Okay, anyways, yeah, and then the rest is kind of like you can click around, and I love this photo of Olivia's dog.
Yeah, that's my dog Apollo.
He's very derpy. Okay, any questions for Discord? Because I know that was kind of a lot. Oh, one more thing. All of the events, all the so longs that for all the Zoom calls for the so long will be in the events tab, so you can see all of them for the rest of the so long and add them to your calendar. Tell us if you're interested in them so we know kind of how many people to expect. But it's just a good way to cross-reference if you ever like, we're like, oh, when's the next one? You can just go to that events tab and they're all in there. And then the link will also be in there as well. So, any questions? No.
How
Okay.
to access cheater area. If you are a Toadster or a Toadster Plus member, there is a section of channels that becomes available to you that is accessible only to Toadsters. And there is a message in the Toadster general chat that you can react to. So it's kind of like whenever you're on the way Facebook is. I hate referencing Facebook, but the way Facebook is, where you just go and like or add a laughing face. You can react to a message that's in there, and as soon as you react, you will be shown two extra secret channels that are the Cheater Club channels. So if you don't want to see the Cheater Club, just don't react to that message. Or if you do, it's in the important leaks channel, and it's in the get rolls channel for Toadsters to be able to like click on it, takes them straight to the message to react to.
Yeah, and with that, just be very mindful when you're in the Cheater Club. You can see everything. If you post anything in the Cheater Club, double check 100 times before you hit send, just to make sure we're not spoiling anything. It happens almost every so long. There's a slip up, and we usually catch it within like 30 seconds. But just be very, very careful, okay, of what you're posting.
Yeah, I think I have
And
the message worded where like the responsibility of holding on to the secret of the quilt pattern is on
yeah,
you if you're joining. So like if you're willing to take on that responsibility while calling yourself a cheater, then then react.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Erica, it doesn't pop up until you opt into it. Kind of like the Rage Room and the Unhinged channels. You have to actually opt in for that, and then the channel populates on the left side or on your channel list. And then once you're in it, your name becomes purple, so we all know if you're a cheater. Which is helpful because if someone is asking for fabric advice and a cheater responds saying, I think this will look really good or do XYZ, then you can kind of like be like, oh, they're a cheater. They know a little bit more than everyone else. So, yeah. Okay, book vote is you can do it right now with the QR code.
Well, you have to
That's in
share the
your,
presentation.
oh, okay. So I thought I was.
All right, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, book vote. So you guys can use the QR code to do that real quick, or you can do it in your member area, lots of places, but the due date is by next Monday night. So as long as you get your vote in by next Monday night. And we kind of want like mystery, spooky, comfy, cozy reads this time. So we usually do a theme, and that's the theme this round. Okay, Toad Circle friends around the world. If you want to add yourself to this map, again, you can use a QR code, but I do not suggest doing this on your phone. It's kind of difficult. Um, this is also in the member area. Do we add this again in
I'm
the
just
member?
now
We might
realizing
have to.
I don't think it's in the member area yet. So
Yeah,
we have to add it.
yeah. Okay, well, it should be in, yeah, we'll add that. You can also tell us to add your name as well. This way you can see who's around you and like don't put your address. Obviously, just put like your city and your name. And if you want like an Instagram post or like a way of um yeah, like a way of contacting you if you want to meet up with people. And then also we have a recommendation. So any quilt shops near you, long armors near you, or anything like that, just that way like people can if anyone's traveling and they can check out the map and like see what people recommend. Okay, well, we did talk about the cheater club, so we're good on that.
Mhm.
Okay, our guest designer this round is our very own Olivia. So I am going to hand off the baton.
All righty. Welcome to Harvest Bloom. I've been sitting on this for a couple years now, and I'm glad that it is finally out. Partially. Section 1 is out. um, but yeah, I'm excited to sew along with you because I feel like I say I'm going to sew every single quilt, and I'm actually going to sew a quilt with you guys. So I'm excited to sew along with you.
Yay. Okay. Okay.
Some clues. We shared this earlier in last month, I think, but a couple clues about what the design may look like or what you could try to figure out in your head what it would look like. Block based. So that means that there are multiple sizes. And because it's block based, it is just something that grows in size by adding more blocks to it. It's a super cozy, at least my cover quilt is super cozy. You may go full maximalist and it won't be cozy, but that's on you. And then it is fat quarter friendly. It's also quarter yard friendly. So sometimes they're interchangeable, sometimes they're not. In this situation, fat quarter and quarter yard are interchangeable. So that means that you can go full fat quarter, full quarter yard, or pull from your stash and do a little bit of both types. And then it's lots of color. You will have seen that already with the fabric requirements that the throw size has 16 fat quarters and the bed size has 30. I'm sorry, but
That's yeah.
it
You
makes
could
it,
always double up though.
yeah,
Like if
it
you
makes
wanted to
it,
do half a yard for the bed.
mhm. Yeah, someone asked that in the week 1 thread if they were able to use half yards. And I said, yes, you would just treat half yards like they're two fat quarters connected, because they are. But and it's, when you get to next week, when there's cutting instructions, there aren't cutting instructions for half yards. But like I said, you would just treat it as two fat quarters that are connected and cut it the same way
Yeah.
that fat quarters are.
Yeah, like if I were doing that, I would probably just have it folded in half, cut the folded edge off, and then just cut it as if I'm cutting one fat quarter because they're sandwiched together, and then there you
Mhm.
have two. Okay, we'll probably get more into that.
Here is my mood board. There are some very strategic photos in here. Um, but mainly it's like, it's a super cozy fall quilt to me. And I think these pictures are pretty representative of that. The mock-ups for the abstract view, which we will go over, are available on Prequilt. There's 3 links because each size is a separate page. So these are in the pattern. These are in Discord. If they're not, I will add them. And they're also here. So you can find these abstract mock-up links in a couple different places. It's also on Canva. So I have that link shared as well. So if you don't want to use Prequilt,
Oh,
there is going to
fair.
be access to the Canva one. But yeah, there is a Canva link that you can open up in Canva, and you can change the colors within the project, or you can add fabric swatches to the mockups as well. So if you wanted to try out prints in it, you can do that in Canva.
Yeah, and it'll look like this.
Um, the abstract mockup is something that we do with Toad Circle. So that way you can have an understanding of how the colors or how the fabrics play out in the design without you actually seeing the design. It's not at all what the quilt is going to look like. It's just a representation of like what colors touch each other, how much of that color is in that quilt, and things like that. So in the abstract mockup that we have, it's like, we have someone that said that it looked like an eyeball. The the colored part of the eyeball are, for at least for the throw size, the 16 colors are kind of in a radial design. And it's really hard to express this in the mock-up, but they will all touch each other at some point in their life with something else. And then the background color in the mock-up and the center black circle in the mock-up means that they will never touch each other. The white background and the black center will never touch each other, but they will touch all of the colors. So if you
Yeah, so
are,
like this peach will never touch this, but all of these colors will touch the peach and the black color.
mhm. It's like the colors are little sandwiched in between the 2 accent
Yeah.
colors that are in the pattern. Does that make sense? Does anyone have any questions about the abstract mockup?
And all of this is in your pattern.
Yes, well, not the additional tips. The first page, the picking out fabric,
This
all
is
of
in the
that
pattern.
is
Yeah.
in the pattern. Um, yeah, and then the additional tips, that's something that I shared in Discord that I figured I might as well officially say it because you may have missed it. But my picture for week 1, it shows 4 groups of colors with 4 fabrics in each group. That is not the official way to do it. It's just the way that I tackled coming up with 16 colors, and it's a super easy way to make 16 colors not seem so intense. So if you
Yeah.
break it up into 4 groups and say, well, I like these 4 colors together, and then you can do a light, medium dark, dark of pink, and then the same for orange, and the same for brown. It makes it easier to look at those 16 colors.
It's like kind of
Um,
like creating different like boxes.
mhm.
So yeah, so like your brain can compartmentalize 16 colors because it is a lot. But yeah,
Yeah.
you're basically picking. I mean, we do this a lot with codes are like this is not the first time we've kind of had like grouping situations. So it's just such a great tool if you're kind of not really sure of how to organize your fabrics.
Mhm. Yeah, you can do it like that. You can split it in half and make 8
Hmm.
colors on one side and 8 colors on the other, or go full monochromatic and make them all the same color and just different shades and
Yeah, or you
tones.
do two of each color,
Yeah.
two different shades, like a light and dark of each color.
Mhm.
Yeah, lots of different options. But
Um,
the way this is set up is great because it has a variety of darks, mediums, and lights, which is also key.
mhm. um, in the quilt, all of the colors will be mixed up. So my picture that is here, it makes it look very pretty and there's a gradient and all of the stuff. That's not representative of what it's going to end up looking like. It's a great photo, but realistically, if you were to just like toss them all up and look at them that way, if you like the way
Yeah,
that looks, then you have the perfect color pool. So you'll see a lot of photos that are curated and pretty, and don't make that or don't look at that and feel like your color palette that you've picked is less than. Like it's all
yeah,
going to
like there's
look
no
great
actual
as
gradients
yeah.
in the pattern. So you could make this like pretty picture. I picked out the gradients. I have four groups of four, and then take a photo, like it, and then mix match them all over, and then see if you still like it.
Mm-hmm. Um, in a lot of the abstract mockups, you will see that I use a essentially a black and a white accent. And that isn't the only recipe that you have to follow. There are lots of ways that you can choose fabrics for those two accent colors. I tend to just put black and white in those because I like the way that looks in the pattern. You can do the same color for both of those, but just know that that essentially doubles that color in the quilt, and it's going to have like a heavier weight in the quilt. So if you really like that color, go for it. But if you're picking a color that you're doubling and you're like, I'm not technically a fan of this, it's going to show. It's going to show up in the quilt. So maybe choose something else for that spot. Um, Second to last
And
thing.
you don't necessarily mean like black and white. You just mean like a
No,
really
like,
dark
yeah,
color
a
and a
super
really
dark
light
and a
one.
super light. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it could be like dark green and light blue, but just
yeah.
the dark and
The
light
value.
recipe. Yeah.
Yeah, the value has like a big contrast.
Um, Second to last point on this page. I mentioned in the quilt pattern that you should pick colors that aren't too close to each other. And while that is true, you can see my some of my browns basically look the same.
Yeah,
um,
like these like reds are pretty
yeah.
similar.
As long as your whole entire color pool isn't the same like saturation level, tone, like it all doesn't blend together, one or two here or there that feel kind of the same will be fine. It'll all work out. I feel like there's plenty of opportunities to like separate those in this quilt pattern that you won't have to worry about it being a big deal. And then last, I really liked one of By and By's quilt kits that she put together. This is a abstract mock-up of it where I had gotten so used to seeing people trying to like do a pretty little like gradient circle thing. And this one is like all mixed up and it's perfect and it's exactly what it's going to feel like in the quilt. And if you look at your fabric pool and you're like, these colors look all sorts of wonky next to each other, I promise you it'll look good. I mean, of course, you can
Yeah,
reach out to the Cheater Club people in the like Harvest Bloom Discord channels
freeform.
and say like just to verify, will this be fine? More than likely it'll work out as long as you like the colors together, everything will be great.
Yeah, I honestly like can't really picture it going. Like I feel like you can't really go wrong with this
Yeah,
pattern.
yeah,
Um,
the abstract mock-up, we've had one that's similar in design to this, and as long as you really like the way the abstract mock-up the eyeball looks like, as long as you like
yeah.
the eyeball, then you will love the quilt. So
This
this
is the
is
cover.
the cover, my fall leaves palette in solids. And we skipped over it, but if you look at this, if you look at all of your fabrics, if you do choose to go prints, because I tend to go solids like Taylor does, if you go
We didn't.
prints,
Here's the Prince
look at
version.
your, yeah, look at your prints through like a 3-inch square window. Susie Quilts very recently, I think, made a reel or something on Instagram that showed this, where she cut out like a square in a piece of paper and then laid it over all of her fabrics to see if she liked the scale of the print in that size of square that she cut out. If you cut out a 3-inch square out of a piece of paper and put it over your fabric and you like the way that the print fits in that 3-inch square, go for it. If you think that it's too big, then it will definitely be cut and it will not have a grand representation of that fabric in this quilt.
Yeah, and like sometimes large scale prints are fine when they're cut off because it still adds like a different texture, like a different colors, and so that's fine. Just if there's like a large animal and you don't want the head being, I always say this, if you don't want the head being cut off or something like that, then just something to take note of.
I have a large animal in the one that I'm making now. It's later
Oh,
on, you'll see it.
is
I'm
are
not
their heads
worried.
taken off? Okay, you're not.
Oh yeah, the heads are gonna be taken off. All sorts of body parts are gonna be taken off.
Well, if you don't care, then it's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm excited to
Uh,
see how that plays out. um, but yeah, so the mock-up, the abstract mock-up for the baby and the bed size, they look the same. It's just more pie slices. Um, so the baby size has 9, so you could do 9 fat quarters or 9 quarter yards, and then the bed size has 30. It is a scary number, but you can always do a kit from one of the shops if you don't want to put together 30 colors. So there is that option.
oh my gosh.
It looks scary.
Well, yeah,
Would be a very cool contact.
I think if I were to do the bed size, I personally would probably just double my a throw size, pick out colors for a throw, double them up, and then make duplicate blocks,
Mhm.
and then just rearrange them in a way that you can't tell. That's what I would
Yeah,
do. But
someone asked that question as well, if you can just double up, and you can. And the way that I explained it is, you would basically be considering it like, instead of it being 30 fabrics, it would be fabric A or fabric 1A and 1B and 2A and 2B, because you're using
yeah,
2 colors for one spot. That was
yeah.
for throw size. Sorry, it was backwards. She was wanting to add more colors to her throw size. So it is
Oh,
not, instead of it being 16, it was going to be 32. And then, yes, you can do that. And you would just take the cutting instructions that you will get next week for each fabric, cut them in half and say, like, instead of it being 1 fat quarter
like
is going to
16
be
is
cut like
not
this.
enough.
Yeah, 16 was not enough for this person.
Not 16 is not enough colors.
Yeah. So if
I
you
love
wanted
it.
to double up and use 32 instead of 16, then you would just cut the cutting instructions in half and say, from this part, I'm going to use this color, and from this part, I'm going to use this new extra color. But yeah, the same thing applies for the doubling up for the 30.
Okay.
Directional prints. We do not have the means to write and direct how to have you cut and piece your fabric if it is directional without giving too much away about the design. So we say do not use them. That does not mean that you absolutely cannot use them. You can if you don't care. I don't care, but you may.
Yeah.
So if you choose
Okay.
to, if you have a fabric that you're trying to audition for this and you say, I really like this print, and then you don't want it to be all like twisty turny, then maybe set it aside for a different quilt.
Yeah, we learned the hard way with this. So
Yeah,
Um,
it looked real bad.
we tried to accommodate and it didn't go well, so
Yeah.
never again. Um, Someone asked, could they all be tonal like blues and greens, or if you're using prints, should they be different colors? I mean, honestly, anything you like together will look
Yeah.
good. You know, there's no like rules on sticking into any type of like color groups or anything like that. I think it would be
Hmm.
cool to have like 8 prints and 8 solids, and like maybe the print is similar to the solid version of it or something. Like you could pair that way and be like, here's a solid, now here's a print version of that same color almost.
Hmm.
That could be cool. Um, you can do
Yeah.
a lot of things.
Yeah. I think that question, it would be fine. It would be fine if um there's a abstract mock-up that's later on where it feels like they're all kind of the same color, just like different tones and shades and all that. It's fine if it looks like it's gonna like be too blendy. Like I said, the only thing I would be worried about is if all of your colors or fabrics that you're using are like the same tone. Is that the right word, Taylor? Where it's like
Value, I think, where they're
value.
all like medium and
Yeah.
they
Like if it's
like
like,
there's no variation between like light values or dark values. Like where
yeah,
like
like a
when you put your
dark
phone in
green,
black and
a
white
dark
mode.
blue, a dark red, a dark purple, like they're all
Yeah.
dark. I feel like at that point it would end up reading as like the same color almost.
Although that could be cool.
Could be cool with the accent colors being something different, like a
Yeah, I
medium color
actually think
compared
that
to
would be
that.
really cool. Like a super, yeah. So
Yeah,
again, I
there's
know
a lot of answers.
sometimes it's almost more confusing when we're like, you can do anything. Like m- some so longs are like this, where we're like, it's great to be a mystery. You can do anything. Trust like your fab, like trust us and your fab. And then some solo longs are like, okay, we really suggest you do X, Y, Z, and it's like a lot more like structured and we have opinions, a lot more opinions on what would look good and what wouldn't look good. But this is a pattern that, yeah, it's a lot more freestyle, I would say.
Yeah. Here are some examples. I used when I was doing this, I used fabrics that were relevant at the time. And I did not feel like coming up with new ones. I'm sorry. So a lot of these are probably going to be fabrics that you cannot get at the moment, but they are all colors that exist all over the quilting world. So you can find colors and all of that in the same shades across a bunch of different fabric collections if you would like. This one specifically, I think, is still being sold, and it is Taylor's Nostalgia Bundle. It's a solids fat quarter bundle from AGF, or Gallery Fabrics. I really like the way
And
this looks.
yeah, it looks really good. And Tara has a kit of it, correct me if I'm wrong.
I think so. Yeah, I think she has some of these bundles that are available. Full Moon Fabric Co. is Tara.
Yeah,
This one is what I'm calling monochromatic. In reality, it's pinks and purples and
it's
oranges. But
analogous.
yeah, this looks really good. Um, it doesn't have to be a bunch of different colors. If you say, I really like pink and I don't like any other colors, and I'm worried that using just pink in a quilt is going to be obnoxious, this looks good. As long as they're like different shades and tones and like bright and
You
dark
just have
and
like
all
a
that.
variety. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The blue monster, yes.
Oh,
um,
this is nice.
this one is a mix of the fabrics from the Wild Forgotten by Bonnie Christine prints plus AGF solids. It's all reading, or it's all solids on the left side, but I pulled the colors from her Wild Forgotten color palette. So you can also do that. This is the solids version of Kindred Quilt Co. Christina's. It says nostalgia. It's not supposed to say nostalgia. Her socialite bundle that she put together. Hers are all prints. So if you wanted to do the solids, you could probably match them in the pure solids family from Art Gallery Fabrics, but her quilt mock-up with prints does look very good. And the scale of all of her prints is very good in this quilt.
Yes, the small scale works well in this pattern. Does Tara also have a kit of this?
I think so. I think this was one of the bundles that she had. Um, and then this is a purple, blue, pink, yellow bundle, which is Moonchild by Fran, which is Cotton and Joy. One of her fabric collections from Riley Blake. So if you like these colors, you can find them in the Confetti Cotton Solids line. But I really liked this, and it kind of followed the way that I did my cover, where I had 4 different color families. So it's pink, purple, blue, yellow.
Someone asked, how do you decide if it's better to have the dark and or the light, like the center be dark, vice versa?
Um, Let me
I have to
look
look
at the
right now.
pattern
Me too.
because I don't remember which one is which that I named, A or B. Um, Fabric requirements. Okay. I think of B as a very visually upfront color, and A is not.
Wait, in the cover, which one's A?
The A is the lighter and B is
Okay,
the darker.
okay.
Um, I really like it when B is dark.
Yeah.
I I really like that. That's not to say that it can't be reversed. It's just there is slightly more B than A. Technically, they all kind of feel like they hold the same amount of weight, but there is more just in the fabric requirements. There's more B than A. So if you want B to be a darker color, it's going to feel a tad bit darker, like overall in the quilt design. If you want
Yeah.
A to be darker, then um it's going to be more bright.
Also someone in the Cheater Club just posted that them combining, I don't know if Tash is in here, but combining this doing the same color for both, and that also looks really good.
Yes,
So
I do
like
mention that too.
if you just want like a lighter quilt, like you can do the same, like, you know, you could even do like a off-white and a white or something like that. Like if you wanted like a brighter, or if you really like darker quilts, then you could do like maybe this navy and then like black for the center, and like that could be cool. Um,
Mhm.
so
This is my fabric pull. And one of the fabrics is this brown
oh,
giraffe print. Large
lots of
giraffes.
heads
Lots of
getting
heads are
cut
going to
off.
get cut off.
You are not kidding. Are there going to be any intact giraffes?
I don't know. We'll see.
Why don't I use this for the backing? Is
Because
it too late?
it's just a fat quarter or quarter yard. Like it's just a small piece. So
Oh, okay. Well, if you just like have it, then
yeah.
heads will roll.
I'm really
I was
excited to
not
see.
expecting that, honestly.
I'm really excited to see how this looks.
I
But
also love that you added this in there.
yeah, I this is one of the larger prints that's in there. You'll see that the light beige one with like the little pink florets flowers, that's also technically large. I think like a majority of those are
Yeah.
probably going to get cut off and you won't see it. So it's going to read as a cream colored solid kind of with like speckles of pink. And I think that's fine. I'm fine with that. But yeah,
But this is your background. This is your,
that's going to be my
I already forget which one.
Accent
A
A,
was the light
the
one and
lighter
the,
one. Yeah.
okay.
And then the
Yeah.
floral with the dark background, that's going to be accent B.
Great.
Yeah. Show and
Oh,
tell is we're gonna look at everyone's week one pulls.
any questions while I'm pulling this up?
I'm trying to work a week ahead. So this week I'm cutting. And if I haven't gotten to the giraffe fabric yet, so when I do, I will report back.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Ooh. Morgan Kelly puts together the best fabric bundles. If you don't follow Morgan Kelly Quilts on Instagram or know
Yeah, this is
about
really
her
pretty.
Morgan Kelly Quilts Etsy shop, um, you should really go and follow her. I've gotten a bundle or two from her before. The way that she puts together bundles is right up my alley. So
Yeah, and this is like very much on theme with, you know, Harvest Bloom and the colors in the cover, just like print version. So it's gonna be really cute. Chaos. Yeah, I think
ooh,
black and white accents will be perfect for this.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, there was a cheater club mock-up that was shared where it felt very like saturated rainbow, and then they did a black and white accent with it, and
yeah,
it was perfect.
yeah,
Ooh, I like these.
nice green.
Yeah, I really like the, what is it, like a dark burgundy, orange, yellow family color or color families.
Yeah, and if you want to go even more mystery, oh yeah, I don't know why,
Can
like,
you mark
oh,
as,
okay.
oh, there you go.
Can I like zoom in? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, if you guys want to do even more mystery and like you just are like, I'm here for the ride. I just want to like, then Wildwood Creative will give you a mystery bundle. Well, not just give you, you have to buy it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, you give
You can,
them some direction and then they will pull
yes,
fabrics based on your direction.
yeah. And you can say like print solids, and you can really give them as much information as you want. Um, okay, and this bundle kind of reminds me of the one Friends with Cotton and Joy, a little bit like similar colors.
Mm-hmm. I really like the like low
Can you
volume
hear my
feel of
dogs
this one.
howling in the background?
No, it was
They're
just like a
full on
bark here and
howling
there.
like wolves.
No.
It's really distracting me. I can't like a bunch of huskies. It sounds like I have 10 huskies in my house right now. I almost wish you could hear it.
The geometry collection from Ruby Star, which is what this is, I feel like the scale is perfect. And I think that that like funky stripe fabric is going to look very cool. You're not going to be able to keep all the stripes upright, but I think that's going to add really like a really fun element to it with like stripes going all different ways. Plus, I
And I'm
really love these
assuming
colors.
this might be B. I don't know. I'm just only assuming that
Um,
because it's like laid out bigger than the rest of them.
yeah.
Oh, maybe
I
A
mean,
and then this will be B.
yeah, bees in the
Doesn't, yeah,
center.
either. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Like
Yeah.
I think like using a lot of prints like works with this one. A lot of times I'm like, well, it's gonna be really busy, but then like it's almost like the busyness of it becomes
It's like its
all
own
like
element.
one, yeah, it like becomes like just its own fabric instead. I don't know how to explain that, but it like the more busy it is, doesn't take away from the, well, the pattern.
Mhm.
Um, especially if you're using like really busy fabrics and then like your accents are like very, or this one, for example, is the opposite, which is really cool too. So it's like
Hmm.
you pick either solids or prints for the center and then like reverse for the other two.
Yeah, I really
So
like
it'd be
that.
great.
Those accent colors with the solids.
Yeah,
It's gonna be really fun. Ooh.
this would be really nice. Yeah, so for this example, I would, these all look great together, but like if you want to just see what the chaos is going to look like, just like jumble them up and just
Yeah.
see, you know.
I
But
think it'll look really good.
this will look great. But this is an
Hmm.
example where like you might, where we were saying they like all look really pretty, and they probably will all look really pretty, but we just want to see what it's going to look like. It's very saturated.
Hmm.
So this looks like I'm guessing they're doubling potentially.
Or a baby size. It looks
Oh,
like
I
9
forgot.
baby
I
size.
forgot babies were, yeah. Okay, yeah, and here's Tara's kids.
Hmm. A lot of the socialite AGF bundles that she has in her bundle listing.
But I
So,
don't know what bundle this is in the center here.
is that the, I think it's Allegra. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the Katie Solids rainbow one, I think.
No, this one is.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I don't.
Maybe
Anyways, I
just a
don't see my
general
bundle in
rainbow.
here, so. But I think Tawny does have my nostalgia bundle in
Mm-hmm.
her shop in Wildwood Creative. So if you
Mm-hmm.
want that one, a
Is
little
this the
stash
person that's
ball.
doubling up the accents?
No,
Um,
or
oh,
maybe
they're
no.
trying to, they need to get a dark accent. This, I think, if you were to go the route where you were to double up the accent, so they're both the beige color, um,
Yeah,
I think it would end up because the 16 fabrics that you've picked for the blocks, they're kind of on the darker side. I think it would end up being very contrasty. So it'd be like very obvious that like you're using lights
yeah,
against the darks. And if that's something that you like, great. But I just wanted to mention that in case you're going that route.
yeah. But
Um,
the colors are beautiful. Like this is
yes,
very fall, cozy. I really
really
like
like
the
those
whole
colors.
pool in general. Yeah,
Leaning into the Duval fabric
yeah. Ooh, this
palette.
is like this
Is
is
that
going to be
Tula?
like very chaotic and fun.
Oh yeah.
And like
Probably
these are
some
all
heads
like
getting cut off there too.
yeah, like these are technically like the same color. Oh yeah. These squirrels are what is that, a
R.I.P. the
raccoon?
squirrels.
R.I.P. the raccoon's tail.
And that bird.
Yeah, so keep that in mind, but I think the colors are gonna be really cool and fun.
Yeah.
Is this the same? Is this just a similar color palette? I'm assuming this is baby
Rainbow.
as well.
Saturated rainbow.
Rainbow, it's gonna be a really fun baby. Oh, I know Vicky was in between both. That is like gonna be really pretty.
Are those the new AGF solids?
Wait, there's new AGF solids?
Well, relatively the newest. Because I think they came out with like their new set of solids within like 2025, and they all kind of feel pastel-y.
I don't know,
They'll
but
cuties. It's a nice pastel
I
rainbow.
really want to see what that looks like. I like this one too. I think you can't go
Mm-hmm.
wrong with it. But I kind of like how these are all very subtle. Oh, this is a really nice pool.
I really like that navy blue paired with all these like golden yellows.
Yeah. And just like that pop from this gingham or this like plaid is gonna be really fun.
Mm-hmm. And
I
all
would
of these
probably say the
colors.
navy.
Yeah,
I'm assuming people have already said that, but I think the navy is gonna be. Well, actually, I feel like maybe these instead of the red.
potentially. Ooh,
Like
yeah,
this one be A, this be B, and then these colors. I think that would be really cute.
yeah.
if you're cool with me totally telling you to not use this red.
I think the
But
blue and red with the mix of the colors that are in the back orders that you have pulled, it may end up coming off very 4th of July,
yeah,
which
that was my
would
concern.
be cool if that plaid or the gingham is the backing, because then it would
Yeah,
feel very summer quilt to me,
which would
and
be
that would
fun.
be cool. Yeah.
And I think our heads are just like on with like fall and winter, but like this would make a really fun
Mm-hmm.
summer quilt. Some more rainbow.
Ooh, I really like that saturated rainbow.
Wait, I like the desaturated rainbow.
I'm pretty
Hold on,
sure
but
this
I
person was trying to get peer pressured into doing both.
oh my God.
Oh, I'm missing questions. Should the
I
center color be the darkest? In my cover, the center color is the darkest. And I really like it when the center is on the abstract mock-up, when the center circle is dark. That doesn't mean that it has to be that way, but that's the way that my brain tends to make all of my mock-ups.
hold on, what were you gonna do? Were you gonna do white, this white color for both A and B,
No, I didn't
Rachel,
come up with a
or
second accent color yet.
okay. Because I
Mm.
I just
think
couldn't
like
decide between the two.
I think I want to see like a dark gray that's like
I was
similar to
even
this
thinking
like
maybe like a dark brown.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that's and then have the white
Yeah.
or do it the same way the cover is, I guess.
Okay.
Right, Olivia?
Yeah.
Where it's
I
like
was
dark in
thinking
the
like,
middle.
yeah, a dark blue I feel like would look really good.
Yeah,
Ooh, that
like
would
a
be cool
dark
too.
navy or like a dark
Yeah.
slate. Like I'm thinking like was it Nova type of color
Yeah.
from
A
the
like
PDF?
super
But I
deep.
but if
Yeah.
yeah. Um I don't know. I'm impartial to the moody rainbow, but I think
I
both would
I
look
know I
really
couldn't
insane.
decide it. My family was
I
completely
really
split
like
and
the
I was split
bright.
too.
I really like the bright rainbow.
Okay, well, according to the poll, 8 people have said one, and only 3 people have said two. Four
Okay.
people have said two.
I'll have to keep looking then. Thank you.
All right, so if
I
you
think
haven't voted
honestly,
on Rachel's poll, go vote now.
Yes, please help me.
this one, I think, I know that you have this like skull fabric for one of the accents. I really like
That's
the
gonna be the
smoke
No, this is the
starry.
backing.
background. This
Okay.
is the backing.
I really like the smoke starry for the dark accent. And I think the rainbow starry with the like natural color background would be
Would
perfect as
be,
the light accent
Ooh,
for that.
okay, I could get some of
yeah,
that.
okay. Okay, okay. I can be convinced of that.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
What
this
is
is
this
really
one?
nice. Obsessed.
This
I
is so good.
have
Oh,
this.
this
uh,
is favorite
I love this
flowers, I
collection.
think,
Yeah.
with some solids thrown in to break it up. I think that's a really good way to if you have a fabric collection or a fabric bundle that you really like and you want to use but it's not quite 16, just throw in some solids in the same color
Yeah.
palette. You'll be good to go.
Yes,
That's gonna look really good.
it's a great idea. Like, yeah, if you have like 10 fat quarters from a collection and you need 6 more, just get some complementary solids or blenders in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is this a Christmas look?
Yeah.
I think this one would look really good with two, like a medium and a dark accent. With all the shades of the 16 fat quarters being light,
Yeah.
I mean, minus that one in the bottom right corner, I think this would look really cool with like not two super dark accents, but like a
Yeah.
medium and a dark.
Yeah, and like so a lot of these whites are gonna read similar, which is like I think fine. Like I think they're gonna be touching each other.
Yeah. Um,
But I think like maybe if you got like
if you could take out maybe two of the whites and put in something
yeah,
else, I think you would have plenty of room in the quilt to be able to. There may be an instance where like they're touching here and there, but I think there would be plenty of room if you like took out some of the
yeah.
whites to keep them separated. as much as
But
possible.
then like this one, this one has like a lot of yellow in it, so like it could be fine. But then there's like big sections where like are more white.
It's like my giraffe one, where it's my giraffe
Yeah.
fabric that I showed. It's mainly going to read brown because there's like so much distance between the motifs.
Yeah. Okay, we're in between. Are these the same?
The same accent color versus different accent color.
Oh, I was like, what am I looking at? I was like, how many times am I going to click on before I notice the difference? I mean, I would have to see a mock-up, but I think but either.
I really like it with that white accent. You're voting.
Cast your vote. Okay. Oh yeah, we
I
got
really
some
like these like
inspo.
earth tones.
Oh,
Like all of them feel like very earth tone.
I really like this. They look kind. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna vote. Oh yeah, that was everyone else said the same thing.
Yeah. If
Yeah, I
you
like this one.
are using wovens, because I'm pretty sure those are wovens.
They're linen blend, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good luck. I
You
starch.
could just starch them and
Yeah,
like just use I think
magic
Taylor
spray.
likes using the magic spray. You could
Magic.
go full for like the traditional like starch like aerosol bottle.
Faultless,
Um
faultless,
Faultless.
Yeah.
faultless.
Um
Yep. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
yeah.
Lauren.
When you starch it, it tends to keep the fabrics kind of like stuck together in like the looser weaves. It makes it easier to work with. They don't like tend to fray or like
Yeah.
swish around too much when
So
you
I
use starch.
posted just now. Could you look and let me know if the plaid would work for the in the mock-ups, the center circle? What do you think about a plaid?
Ooh, I like.
Ooh.
Well, I just like
I
it all
think that would be
together.
really fun.
Yeah, I think I like it.
It could be the plaid or the flowers behind it, and that's got a little gold or kind of a little brass metallic, which is kind of cool with it.
I think
I
I like the
think,
plaid.
yeah,
Okay.
because the plaid
It feels like
already
it fits
feels
into the
little,
collection.
yeah, that too. But because the plaid already feels a little like off-centered, essentially, like with the way that the print is
Mhm.
compared to the flowers where it's like very organized, I would be worried about the flowers being like cut off, like cut in half,
Yeah.
or like just kind of being off-centered from the piece of fabric and it being very obvious. Whereas the plaid, you would never notice that.
But
So it
and
would
you
be
only
like
would notice that
organic.
because it's the only print in the whole quilt.
Yeah.
Yes, also that.
Like if you have other like I wouldn't necessarily be bothered by that and but I do think the plaid just like fits into this family very nicely. Like the texture, it like feels kind of like a woven. Like I just feel like this feels like a lot like a different type of fabric type of
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're looking. I'm okay. So these are the same, just jumbled up differently. Imagine. I think so. Same fabric, just laid out. Okay. Yeah, and that
Yeah.
looks great. Love it. I love
Would
it.
it be okay to use dark gray woven for only accent B, or would you suggest wovens for both accents or stick to quilting cottons? I think I think is a personal preference. A lot of people will say, people will have opinions on whether or not you should mix fabrics. And they will even say, like, to not mix Kona solids with AGF solids, with Ruby Star solids. Like, it's all a matter of preference. To me, I personally don't care mixing, and I would be fine using a woven in one spot in the quilt. That's because to me, it all just kind of jumbles together whenever it's a quilt in use, anyways. Like it's all just a heap at the end. But if you're talking about like usability and like trying to piece them, as long as you use starch for your wovens and kind of like structure them up a little bit, they'll be fine. You can use them. It'll be fine.
I would just make sure you lower your stitch lengths because they might wovens tend to like come undone easier or like rip and stuff. So definitely
Yeah.
lower your stitch length.
Because there's a looser weave on wovens, you tend to want to put more stitches down when you're trying to piece together,
Yeah.
which I think
Okay,
I
so
use
is
overall.
is
That's
this
the bed size.
bed size? Okay, nice. I like the like same color but different values for the A and B
Yeah.
accents as well. I think that's really nice. This is beautiful also.
I love that
Another
everyone's
beautiful.
going rainbow.
I know. I love
There's so
all
much
this. See, this
room
is
to
an
make the
example
rainbow.
of like, this is a great example of two colors, one print, one solid. Almost.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, kind of, but okay. Oh,
I think I voted on this one. I really
okay.
want
Oh,
the
oh
yeah, I
wait.
really
No,
want
I
the
want.
second one. I want oh wait, it's the same. Dang it. I need to go revote. I really want the green in there. I
Oh
meant
wait,
number
hold
one
on.
because it's like the same mock-up with the colors showing, the color
Yeah,
name
okay, I
showing
see
versus
now.
just the
Yeah,
picture. Yeah, I really want the green one, Marlene. I'm pretty sure that was Marlene. Um,
I love it.
In the
This
middle?
is like,
Sorry. The
oh no,
green in
no,
the middle.
I
you
I
like this
would put
one.
the green in the middle, but I was saying I really like these colors with green
Okay.
as one of the accents. Um,
Hmm. Yeah, like you could do
Brown
this
wouldn't be
one, but with
bad.
green.
I am
Do
just
this with
partial to
green.
green. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think brown would look just as good, but I'm a fan of green, so take that with a grain of salt.
Okay, I like this option better because this
Yeah.
is a lot more of a subtle blender fabric and it can read more of a solid and it'll definitely stand out from the rest. Four. Is there multiple options? Oh,
Oh, I think this is a second. Okay, there we go.
okay. I was like four.
Okay, definitely four. My vote is for
Okay,
four. I
it
really
seems
like
like
the
everyone
breathing
voted.
room,
Yeah,
of that subtle blender black.
yeah. I think this was a great segue. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to go quick, so it's already 6:30 now, and there's a lot in here. Okay, Marlene, we've already
Oh,
voted for
I think
you.
that's the one that I voted on. Yeah,
Oh,
definitely number four
yeah,
on that. And then I think I personally would switch. So the green is in the middle and the light color is on the
yeah.
outside.
This is another.
That one's
Is
going to
this
be
just a different
fantastic.
picture? I think we saw
Yeah,
this one
I
earlier.
think,
Love it.
yeah, going to be fantastic.
I'm really excited to see that. Yeah, this is like kind of a similar color scheme as this one. I think it's gonna look
Mhm.
really good. Um, I'm struggling to see the difference, but I know. Oh, the
The
purple. I like the
accents.
purple better. Okay, that looks great. Oh, these really look good. Ooh, what a fun baby quilt.
I think I voted on,
I like one,
yeah, I think I voted on one.
but I do like this like dotted blue. But I think in general, I like this feel better.
I really like the idea of that tiny gingham being a part of this. I think that's going to be a really
Yeah,
fun addition to
yeah,
that quilt.
super cute.
And then my fabric pool.
And this one is lame. Just kidding.
Yeah, mine's a mix of prints and solids. I know I didn't do a very good job of laying it out, but it
Where's the
is a print.
giraffe? Oh, it's in there.
Yeah. It's a mix of prints and solids. So there are
Yeah.
going to be some solid colors in between all of the to what I am calling loud prints because I never use prints.
Yay.
We've done it. Yeah, if
Okay. Any
if
questions?
you want to keep sharing in that channel and asking for help, like it stays open the entire so long. So even if you wait till week 6 before you get started, like that channel will stay open.
We'll be here for you. Okay. Quill kits, if you want a quill kit,
Mhm.
a bunch of them. Go to your member area. There will be a link to get to this page.
Mhm. Last
I totally forgot about Secret.
last slide, I think.
Okay. There we always do a Secret Santa this time of year, and we will send details soon. But like to sign up, there'll be like a sign up deadline, and then we use like the Secret Santa. There's like a website that like organizes it
I think
all.
it's called Elfster, I think.
Elfster, yeah, we use
Elfster.
Elfster, and it pairs you with someone else that signed up, and you can put some things that you want. It's usually a book, and then you can send the book directly to your Secret Santa's house, or not your Secret Santa, the person you're buying a gift for. You can send it directly to their house. Like if you want to order through like Bookshop or whatever, or you can get it sent to you and then like put together a little package if you want to do that as well. Sometimes people like send other little like notions and like goodies in with the book as well. Or if you
Yeah.
have the book or you find the book used, or you don't have to, buy a brand new book unnecessarily. So yeah, if you want to participate, I think the like budget's $20. So it's
Yeah. I think it's like,
yeah.
was it 20, 30, somewhere between there. And the website that we use to do this allows you to build a wish list that becomes available to the people that, or to the person that is assigned to you.
Is your secret.
Yeah. And then you can put more than just books on there. So if you find like little scissors or some thread or like whatever, some tiny sewing notions, you can put that on your list too, and they can use that to build out your gift.
Yeah, so it's not them just sending you random books. It's books you specifically are asking. If you don't put anything, then it might be a random book or random something. So yeah, and then we typically wait to open said presents during the last call, if you so choose to. Some people are too impatient and they want to open right away. Yeah, it's just fun little thing. So that'll be the final Zoom call. We will open up the Secret Santas. Any questions? I know that was a lot of information.